Welcome back dear students. This is your fourth video of chapter Force and Law of Motion. Student, इससे पहले हम 3 वीडियोस आपको रिलीज़ कर चुके हैं. ये आपकी फोर्थ वीडियो है. इस वीडियो में आज हम लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मोमेंटम क्या होता है, उसकी एप्लीकेशन, उसका डेरिवेशन को यहाँ पर स्टडी करेंगे. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट. As according to the law of conservation of momentum, when two or more bodies acts upon each other, then their total momentum remains constant provided no external force acting on it. Momentum can neither be created or nor be destroyed. ना momentum को हम create कर सकते हैं, ना हम उसको destroy कर सकते हैं. When this law is applied for a collision, when two objects collide with each other, the total momentum of the colliding bodies before the collision is equals to the total momentum after the collision. The conservation of momentum derivation is, suppose there are two objects A and B. This is A and this is B. The mass of A object is m1 and the mass of B object is m2. A body is moving with an initial velocity u1 towards B and the B body is moving with an initial velocity u2 towards body A. After some time they collide and after the collision they move with different direction with a final velocity of v1 and v2. So consider the two balls, say A and B of mass m1 and m2 colliding with each other and force acting on these balls are only once they exert on each other. जो दोनों बॉल्स एक दूसरे के ऊपर फोर्स लगाते हैं, केवल वही दो फोर्स इन दोनों के ऊपर एक्सर्ट करते हैं. Let u1 and v1 be the initial velocity of the particles and u2 and v2 are the velocity, initial velocity and final velocity for the particle B or the body B. Let the two particles be in contact for a time t. When they are colliding, they are in contact with each other for a very short time interval t. For the change in momentum of a body A, that will be momentum is equals to mass into velocity, and the change in momentum, that will be p1 is equals to change in their velocity m minus u, v minus u. The change in momentum for a body B, that will be p2 is equals to m into v2 minus u2. So this is change in momentum for body A and this is change in momentum for body B. As according to Newton's second law of motion, the force is equals to ma and the formula of acceleration is v minus u upon t. So during the collision, let A impart an average force equal to FBA on B. The force exerted by a body A on body B, that is FBA. It is the average force, and let B exert an average FAB force, which is exerted by body B on body A. We know that FBA is action and FAB is a reaction. By Newton's second law by Newton's third law of motion, every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. So FAB, like this, FBA will be equals to when negative of FAB. This negative sign is used for the changing the direction because action is acting on body B and the reaction is acting on the body A. So force is the vector quantity. If we have to equate the two vector quantities, then they must be equal in magnitude, which are they are already equal in magnitude, but they should also be equal in direction. So for changing in equal direction, we used here a negative sign. So FBA, that will be equals to mass into acceleration. From the formula, F is equals to ma, and acceleration is change in velocity, that is v2 minus u2 upon t. For FAB, F is equals to ma, and a1 will be equals to change in velocity upon time, that is v1 minus u1 upon t. Putting above 2 in equation number 4, we will get, that is FBA is equals to minus FAB. That was our equation number 4. Then we will get m2 into v2 minus u2 upon t, that is equals to negative of m1 v1 minus u1 upon t. So from we can cancel out the t, and we will get m2 v2 minus m2 u2 is equals to negative of m1 v1 minus plus m1 u1. So v1 and v2 quantities will be separate out, and u1 and u2 quantities will be separate out. Then we will get this concept, that is m1 u1 plus m2 u2, which is equals to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Student, if we just consider this line here, that m1 u1 is the initial momentum of body A, m2 b2 is the initial momentum of body B, that is PA of, and it is PB, initial momentum of body A and initial momentum of body B. This is the final momentum of body A, and this is the final momentum of body B. So it means we can conclude that this is the momentum, total momentum before collision, and this is the total momentum after the collision, which are equal. So the total momentum before collision will be equal to the total momentum after the collision, and this is all about the law of conservation of momentum, that the total momentum before the collision and after the collision remain conserved. And here we have proved this concept. So what we concluded here, when the two particles are subjected only to their mutual interaction, then the sum of the momentums of the bodies remain constant. In time interval, or the total momentum of the two particles does not change because of any mutual interaction between them, their total momentum remains conserved. Second is, for any kind of force between two particles, then the sum of the momentum both before and after the action of force should be equal, that is the total momentum remains constant. The total momentum of the body will not change. Once again, the total momentum of two or any number of particles of interacting particle is constant if they are isolated from outside influence, or no resultant external force is acting on the body, then the total momentum will also remain conserved. So this is all about the law of conservation of momentum. Thank you so much.